Just past 9 a.m. on a June morning, Mitch Bowen was headed south on I-17 from his Doney Park home in Flagstaff.
It's 75 right through there. I was going about 77 miles an hour or so. And
when his plans in the valley for the day were intercepted by not one but two elk that stepped out in front of the Chevy Colorado he was driving. Mitch said that he had less than 3 feet to react while driving highway speeds. Luckily, he and his wife survived. The elk in his truck did not.
I knew I had to keep a hold of the steering wheel. You know, it screws people up if they let go, because you're going to go underneath the truck next to you or go flying somewhere else. So
crashes involving elk, deer, javelina, or any wildlife happened more than 2,000 times in 2023, according to ADOT. More than 240 crashes resulted in injury. 4 wildlife crashes were deadly that year. So in part to reduce that number, ADOT and Arizona Game and Fish started a new wildlife overpass in April, just 12 miles south of Flagstaff. This will be a $15.8 million project, expected to be done in the fall of next year. It'll be about 100 feet wide, exclusively for wildlife. That means no pedestrians or off-road vehicles. ADOT says there's more than 20 wildlife corridors built in Arizona. And the area between Munns Park and Flagstaff is known to be a hotspot for wildlife crashes, especially elk. How will the wildlife know to use the bridge? Audrey Navarro is the biology program manager at ADOT.
We're going to be installing wildlife fencing or game fencing, which that will funnel and direct the elk and deer to this crossing area.
She added they'll plant native vegetation like western wheatgrass to help guide the wildlife during their natural migration. She says, don't expect wildlife to use it right away.
It typically takes a few years for them to acclimate.
If you do encounter wildlife while on the highway, ADOT says slow down, stay in your lane, and be prepared to stop. But if you can't, like in Mitch's case,
elk meat is fantastic.
He found a way to make quite a few meals out of all this. He says he asked the responding officer for a big game salvage permit for the elk that perished in the crash. You know, Mitch may have lost a truck in all this. How many meals do you think you're going to get out of this?
Oh, geez, we'll eat this for 2 years.
But eating at home doesn't sound so bad to him. For ABC 15's Operation Safe Roads, I'm Jordan Bonnke.